the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Orlando City career, where we're jumping back into the playoffs. We're in the semifinals against Toronto, where hopefully this will be episode 1 of 2. The second episode would be the final if we get there. If there's only one episode today, that means we get knocked out right now by Toronto in the semifinal, and that would be very, very upsetting. That would be the second straight year we get knocked out in this round of the playoffs. Still haven't reached the final. That would be very, very bad. First of all, I want to progress with this team, and getting knocked out in the same round would not show any progression. And secondly, our objective set for us this year was to reach the final. So we need to fulfill that objective. We need to show progression. We need to get to that final. So here is the little wrinkle that goes along with the semifinals of the playoffs. Fitness is a major problem. The last game against Philadelphia was 4 days ago. The next leg against Toronto, the second leg, is 3 days from now. So not a lot of time to rest up. 3 games in 7 days is never an easy task, but we have to get it done. It's especially a problem, though, for those players that have lower stamina ratings, such as Kaká. Not even sure he's going to be able to play the second leg against Toronto. So we really need to have a good performance on the road here. My objective really is to come out of here with at least 1 away goal and at least on level terms aggregate-wise. So maybe 1-1, 2-2. 2-2 would be even better because we have the 2 away goals. So if we can do that, I'd be happy. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Toronto, and the real danger man for them, as even if I have to tell you, it's Giovinco. He's actually scored 4 goals in his last 3 matches, so not only is he a great player, but he's in excellent form as well. So we got to really watch out for him. Oh, early ball. Okay. All right, Cameron Carter-Vickers deals with it. We're not out of trouble. Bradley's probably going to have a shot. Nope, tackled away. All right, good defensive start. Here we go. And up to, that's to Laren. Laren, lay it off for Kaká. Nocerino, actually. I thought that was Kaká, but Nocerino has got those deadly long shots, but he flashes that one just wide. A really good look for us early in this one. Oh, no, Giovinco. Don't foul him. What a move from Giovinco. The ball in. Wide from Campagnaro. That's the guy I tried to sign, but Toronto actually signed him for $6 million. I didn't have the money to get him. I know that guy's good. That was a really bad shot, though, so that was not good. Oh, Kaká very nearly. Kaká now gets it. Come on, Kaká. Play Kyle Laren through. Laren, hold it up. Back in there for Kaká. Kaká, lay it across. No, it's going to be an own goal. It is. We'll take it. I panicked. I should have shot with Kaká. Instead, I just tried to tramp it. They put it in their own net. We'll take it. I don't care how we get them. We will absolutely take that. An own goal. Absolute nightmare for Toronto, but I am happy. 1-0, baby. 1-0. There is the whistle for halftime. We've got the 1-0 lead. We've done the hard part. We've got our away goal. We're going to have to make subs to try to save some players for the second leg. Kaká and I think Laren as well are going to have to come out. So the reserves are going to have a job to do in the second half. So we are going to make those changes. Kaká and Laren are going to come out. MacLeod's going to come in up top for Laren. And Cristo Gonzalez, I forgot who I brought in, is going to come in for Kaká for a straight swap. We're going to stay with a couple of offensive-minded players on the field and wait a little while to drop in and go more defensive. So I still want to try to push, get maybe 1 more goal, and put this semifinal out of reach early. There we go. Nice play. Up to Acosta. Kellen Acosta's through. Acosta put it across. There it is. Wide open is Cristo, back post. 2-0 over Toronto. It has paid off, keeping those offensive kind of players on the field. Cristo gets a goal in the playoffs. Great play from Acosta. We've got a 2-goal cushion, both away goals. This is looking good. All right, stay disciplined. We played great defense thus far. This is a bit of a problem. Delgado. What a strike from Delgado. How did he beat Jesse Gonzalez near post with that one? That was just a great shot. We gave him too much space. They're right back in this thing. I mean, that's just way too much space to give a guy like that. That's awful. That's really poor defense on my part. My mistake. We're back in it. We got more work to do. And play through for McLaren. You know he's got the pace. McLaren, turn and burn, baby. McLaren, turn and burn. He gets there. Ball across. It's going to be Cristo. That was almost another own goal. That was a rifle shot at the keeper. How did Clint Irwin keep that out? Cristo, lay off in here. Acosta. In another layoff. There it is. Higuita. Higuita scores. 3-1 over Toronto. Beautiful passing off of a throw-in. We just worked it so well. There is no stopping that kind of team play. We got a 2-goal cushion back, and we've got 3 away goals. The look on the Toronto players' face say it all. They are dejected right now. And probably the guy you would least expect to score, Christian Higuita, who came on as a sub for Nocerino, bangs it in far post. What a goal. What a play. This team is backfiring again. This is the good Orlando. This is the fun Orlando. I'm enjoying this one. Zavaleta. He gets bowled over by McLaren. No foul. McLaren is through one-on-one. Put this away. McLaren, he scores. It's 4-1 over Toronto. It's done. The semifinal is over. No way do I give up 4 goals at home. It just will not happen. Even on my worst day, I'm not that bad. There's no way Toronto's coming back. I told you they looked dejected. They've fallen apart. Zavaleta just got caught in possession all alone back there. Could have been a foul. I wouldn't have even complained if it was, but no whistle. McLaren gets his first goal for the team, and it is a huge one. It puts us through to the finals. There is the final whistle. 4-1. 4-1. I don't even think, in the end of the season, I don't think there was an episode where I scored 4 goals. And we just put 4 on Toronto in the playoffs on the road. What a performance from this team. The reserves came in and played that second half, and they put in a hell of a shift, including McLaren. His work rates were incredible. He was sprinting everywhere. Ended up getting paid off with a goal of his own to clinch this thing. There's no way Toronto's coming back for this one. This one's done. We got a trip to the finals, I think, on our hands. So to be perfectly fair to Toronto, before we move on to the second leg here, they kind of played better than we did. I mean, they had more possession, a lot more, 59% for them. They had more shots. They had better passing. We were just more clinical when it came to our shots. We had better looks at the goal. We took better shots, and we put our shots on frame, on target, and into the back of the net. If they had taken better shots and put more of them on target, maybe they score 1 or 2 more, and this is actually still a series going into the second leg. They just couldn't get it done. So before we move on to the next game, we actually have a little bit of business to take care of. It seems like everyone in the youth squad, all of a sudden, since we hit the playoffs, wants out of the youth squad and wants to be promoted. So where you can see our youth squad's going down very, very quickly in terms of the number of players we have left in there. But now our number 1 prospect, Eric Opara, wants out. You can see he's got great potential. He's a right midfielder slash winger. Pretty good physicals. I'd like his speed to be a little bit higher, especially for a midfielder, but that should grow a little bit. And he's got 82 curve. Looks like he's got potential to be a free kick taker on this team, which we desperately need. So we're going to train him up. Let's give him a contract. 3 years, give him the future first team player. That should work. So here we go with the second leg. We're back home in Orlando for this one. And as you can see, a lot of players have been rotated out. I told you it's 3 games in 7 days, not an easy task. And a lot of the players were just too tired. Don't want to risk injury heading into the final. That's just would be stupid. And I don't know how close the final is to this game. So if it's short rest again, I want to make sure any players that need their rest get it. So the only starters left are Laren, our 2 center backs, Hines King and Carter Vickers, and our goalkeeper Gonzalez. That's it. Everyone else is rotated out. Let's go ahead and punch our ticket to the finals. All right, here we go. Kickoff in the second leg of the semifinal. And I also noticed that Toronto now has their normal starting center back pair of Perkis and Haglund in there. They didn't have them in that first leg, and it really came back to bite them. So it should be a little bit more difficult for us to score goals in this one. And I'm not really even going to really try to score goals unless REB wants to go ahead, and nope, it gets tackled off the ball. See, they're a lot more solid at the back now. This could be a lot more difficult for us. All right, we have a corner once more. I'm going to play this thing out to the top of the box. I don't even know who it is up here. It's actually Ben. Oh, it's Ben Swanson. It's Ben Swanson. Oh, what the heck? I said, oh, it's Ben Swanson. He has horrible long shots, but he just pulled out the best Nocerino impression I could have ever hoped for. He bangs it home from distance, and we're just rubbing salt in the wounds at this point. I mean, look at the Toronto players. They know this one's done. It's over, and it's just, oh, it's only going to get worse, I think. I don't see a way back, and I don't really see them even getting into this game. They just haven't shown anything like they're going to get into this thing. Tyler Turner, can you turn and burn? Nope, we're just going to play it forward for Roldan. Roldan is on it. You know who we're looking for. It's going to go back post for, I don't know why Laren made that run. That was such a, Aribi? I told you, it's just going to get worse. Toronto are just not in it. They're just not in it. This is not even the same Toronto team that we just beat 4-1. This is worse. This is a worse team. I have no idea how bad this is going to get, but it could get really, really bad. That is the final... No, that's not the final whistle. That's the whistle for halftime. Still 2-0. Toronto seems to have played their way back into it, but they're down 6-1. What really can they do at this point? I mean, just kind of have to wait for that final whistle now. All right, at halftime, I'm actually going to go ahead and make all 3 of my changes. Laren, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and Ariyibi are coming out. Some more reserves joining in. I just want to make sure the rest of the starters that are in there, I don't get them injured. Seb Hines, I think he's the only one left, but he should be okay. All right, we've got a free kick from 33 yards out. That's not too bad. I'm actually going to try to bend this thing. I don't know how much bend I should put. I'm just going to go for it. You know what? Screw it. Breck Shea. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Go ahead, Breck. Breck! Breck Shea! What was that? I never bend free kicks. I always go straight on, try to go up and down. Maybe I should try bending them from now on. And maybe I should let Breck Shea take a couple more free kicks. That was a sick one. It's like everything, all of a sudden, for so long, everything was going wrong. And now everything is going right. Did that go upper 90 off the crossbar? Breck Shea, you're a filthy man. That was disgusting. Look at all the space. Like, this narrow set from Toronto has been just awful for them. And Arnaud just runs right through. Arnaud on his debut. Arnaud gets it to McLaren. McLaren winds up. McLaren scores. Arnaud gets an assist on his debut. It's just like, I don't know. 8-1. 8-1 on aggregate. This is also the same Toronto team that we beat 6-0 in season number 1 with our reserves up in Toronto. I think it's a very big mismatch. This is just not a good matchup for Toronto. Their narrow formation does not match up well with our wide formation, and they are getting absolutely reamed here in Orlando. Giovinco tomorrow. Oh, back to Giovinco, and that's a goal for Giovinco. That's the first time, to our credit, the first time we've let Giovinco get space, and that's what happens. You cannot allow him to do that. And I made a mistake. I turned the ball over where I shouldn't have. Giovinco punished us. Yeah, I shouldn't have given the ball. I made a bad pass there. I gave it back. And one shot. He's had one freaking shot that's been open, and he scores it. Like, what the hell? This guy's so good. That is the final whistle. A 4-1 victory. Garbage time goal for Toronto at the end. I got to make sure I don't make those mistakes in the next round, though. It's a one-off in the final. We got one more game this season. I want to bring home that trophy. So here is what the playoffs look like now. It's down to one game, the final, for that trophy and become champions of the league. It's going to be Orlando and Vancouver knocking out LA, earning themselves a spot in the final as well. Shouldn't be all that surprising, though. Vancouver only lost out to LA in the regular season for the #1 spot by 1 point. They finished 1 point back. At one point towards the end of the season, they actually had overtaken LA for the top spot before LA recaptured it. So it's not that surprising that Vancouver played very well in that semifinal. But if you're Vancouver, looking across and seeing that we knocked out Toronto 8-2 on aggregate, you've got to be shaking in your boots. I mean, we're absolutely a team on fire headed into this final. I don't think there's a team in this league that could stop us now. I mean, it's kind of like Vancouver's being thrown up to slaughter. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. We very well could just turn around and go right back in that pit we've been in to end the season. We don't want to do that. We want to keep playing well. Got to stay focused. We got one game left to earn us that trophy. But that is going to do it for this one. If you had as much fun as I did and you're looking forward to that final, make sure to let me know, leave a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you later today for the final match of season number 2. See ya.